everybody. Welcome back to TNR's Best of UC segment, Sports Edition. I'm Brianna Hinkle, and I'm here joined by
Brianna Jones.
And Colin Kunz.
All right, so first off, like I've said every other time, I want to wish a big congratulations to everybody who won. We want to talk about our winners in our Sports Edition category here.
Yeah, so for best male and female athlete, best male athlete was Brennan Sorsby, former Bearcats quarterback. And for best female athlete was Coley Sadlowski, Cincinnati soccer forward.
Wow. Claps on that front.
And for best head coach, we got Jordan Bishel, that is the head coach for baseball. And for best UC moment, that would be the football game against Iowa State.
Congratulations again. So we'll start with you, Colin. Can you just give me just some information about your athletes and what they've accomplished, just what you think is the most important for us to know about?
Yeah, absolutely. So I got a chance to sit down with Coley. It was a really great interview, talking to her about her season. She had a great season for the Bearcats, had a ton of production offensively. She led the team in goals, which was kind of her big thing. And really, she just put in a lot of work during the offseason, and it's cool to see that pay off for an athlete. She dealt with some adversity and some hardship dealing with an injury during the summer, and she really had to rehab through that and work to get through it. But it definitely paid off in her season. She was getting up really early in the morning to go do these lifts and just put in that work, and it is shown, obviously, with her winning this award. And then, of course, Brendan Sorsby. No longer with the Bearcats, but this season that he did have was good for the time that he spent here, and still definitely deserving of that award.
Yeah, so a little bit more in Coley. She plays soccer, correct?
Yeah, so she does play soccer. She's been with the Bearcats for 2 years now. She actually transferred in from Ohio State. But yeah, in those 2 years, definitely got a lot of production. She played in all of the games her first season here, so that would have been her junior season. Started most of them, but then this season she played in all 19, started in all 19, and really had a more impactful role on the team.
That's great. And Coley's not a captain, which I think is incredible for her to get this win, not being a captain on her team, but still showing how great of a player she is, even now that she's graduating. Bye-bye. But just that's a great accomplishment for her. Congratulations. Is there anything else you want to maybe talk about for her?
Yeah, I mean, just, she's kind of still deciding if she wants to pursue professional soccer or not. Just kind of looking for whatever opportunities will suit her. And if not that, she expressed plans to maybe get into sports journalism. So maybe being on this side of the desk at some point. But yeah, definitely a really deserving athlete of that award, and someone who put in the work, and it really showed through.
That's fantastic. Congratulations again. You are awesome. Go girls. That's how I feel. Brianna, do you want to talk about your people?
Yeah. Starting out, we got best head coach, which is Jordan Bishel. So Jordan Bishel was hired as the 33rd head coach in 2023. And since then, he has made a clear identity of transforming and reshaping the baseball program. Prior to being at UC, he coached at Central Michigan University, Northwood University, and Midland University. So I think that as soon as he got to UC, he definitely implemented his style of play. And so I think from going from last season, he's actually had a lot of players, or a good amount of players, that have gone to the MLB because they were under his leadership. So Landon Vitterick, he was selected by the Dodgers in the 3rd round. That's the highest since 2015. And then Josh Cross went to the Cardinals, and Carrington Cross went to the Padres. So even last year, Carrington Cross was voted and earned the Big 12 Player of the Year in 2025. So I think that that's really notable to how his players are able to develop under his leadership. And last season, they were 33-26, and they went to the NCAA tournament, which was a first at-large bid since 1974. So, and that was actually their 7th tournament appearance in program history. So I think that speaks to a lot as to how Bishel is as a coach, how he is, and how he mentors his players to succeed not only in college but outside of it as well. And actually, this season they're doing relatively well. They just started their season, so they're currently 9-4. A notable win that they had was against Auburn. At the time, they were ranked number 9, and they beat them 8-0. So I think that he's definitely reshaping the program and showing fans as well that UC baseball is a sport to watch for sure.
Wow. Well, congratulations to him. I mean, obviously we're seeing, you can say someone's a great coach, but we're seeing real results. We're seeing players go on to a professional league. We're seeing us being in championships, and that's great. So good luck to our baseball team in their current season. Hope he wins again. And then best sports moment you got to talk about a little bit.
Yeah, so the best sports moment that was voted on was when UC football played Iowa State on October 4th. And so at the time, Iowa State was undefeated. And I think during that point in time, it was honestly 50-50 because UC was actually on a high at the time, performing well in games, and we were actually winning a decent amount of them. But also on the flip side, it was Iowa State is an undefeated team right now. And obviously each team has their own pros and cons to certain things. And I know a lot of things that the media was saying at the time was UC football was either using their running backs and not their wide receivers, or using their receivers and not really using their running backs. So I know that that was kind of a thing of where people were trying to say, okay, but how can we find, middle ground where we're using both so we're able to maximize the yards and ensure that we're closing out games. So I was not there at the game, but Colin was. So he can
tell
kind of
us
talk
what
a
it
little more
was
about
like
that.
to be there at the best sports moment yourself.
Yeah, definitely a great experience. I was there covering it for TNR, and just getting to witness that field storm in action is kind of unlike any other sports moment that you'll see at UC, kind of when fans just take over and spill out onto the field, and just the joy that is coming from everybody. It was all smiles and excitement. Players are like dapping up the helmets of the players, or fans that are dapping up the players' helmets, which is just so cool. But yeah, definitely something that this Cincinnati fan base needed. Kind of a big burst of joy towards the beginning half of the season there.
Yeah, and that game, actually, it wasn't even it was a close game the whole time, actually. So I know at some point in time, Iowa State was trying to chip away at the score. Cincinnati kind of started with an early lead. And so the win actually was 38-30, so which isn't a big gap at all. And so that was actually UC's first ranked home win since 2006. So, yeah, I think that was good for fans, exciting for Cincinnati, and, hopefully, we can have more
moments like that in the future.
Honestly, fingers crossed.
Yeah. Well, I think we have some very strong winners in these categories. We got some fantastic players, some awesome, fun moments. Is there anything else you guys want to sort of speak on for the best of the sports world here?
Just exciting the direction that UC Athletics is headed. A lot of good stuff on the way, and hopefully we continue to get these superstar athletes that get voted in for best of UC.
I agree. I'm going to have to piggyback off what Colin said there. It's been a few years since UC's been in the Big 12, so it's very interesting to see which sports are, showing out in this conference, and, how they can continue to develop and do better and ensure that, they can show to UC fans, they move conferences, but that doesn't change the people or the atmosphere. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what they do in the future.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like we had some great moments overall, and everyone who won seems like very deserving. We're seeing real results. So I think we had a great sports season, even though we're still in it, but I think we're going to continue to have some very great sports moments, and I'm sure we'll be looking next year as our TNR Best of UC vote happens. We'll get some of these new moments we're creating right now, be voting on. But I just want to thank all of you for voting and watching. This wouldn't be possible without you guys interacting with us and giving us these awesome stories to write for our magazine. And hey, look out for our magazine, which you will be seeing around campus. Maybe you'll see us handing them out. Make sure you grab one, read these awesome stories that people are writing, even the ones who aren't in here. And yeah, thank you so much for watching Best of UC Sports Edition.
Yeah, I'm Brianna. I'm the sports editor for TNR. Thank you guys for voting and tuning in.
Yeah, I'm Colin. I'm a sports reporter for TNR. And yeah, again, just thanks for voting. Some good picks on some athletes.
Yep. Thanks. Have a great day.